Welcome to Pine Manor Farm. My name is Doug, and today we want to show you our automatic chicken waterer. We had a problem with our watering for the chicken. We had trouble carrying water out to the coop. We had trouble with the waters we were using leaking, either from being non-level or maybe hanging non-level. In the wintertime specifically, freezing water was a problem, so we had to use electric waterers, and those often will leak from the bottom. We had some older ones that leaked from this plug here. And then we had to daily water maintenance, so we had to always carry the water out there every single day, and we had to keep them clean as well. So we had to keep the chicken droppings out of the feeders and scrubbing them once a week, so that was a little bit of a problem as well. So our solution was an automatic chicken watering system that we designed. It allows us to add water every other day if needed, and it keeps the water from freezing, which eliminates spilled water, damp coops, droppings in the water themselves. And so it really is pretty easy to use. We made it with the following items. We used a water reservoir, just simply a cooler. We have a bird bath heater to keep the water from freezing. We have a submersible pump to deliver water through the PVC piping and to keep it from freezing in the pipe itself. And then we have these chicken watering nipples, and you can get those on the internet very easily. We also added some guttering to catch any residual dripping from the nipples to help keep the coop dry. And we calculated about 8 to 10 birds per watering nipple. That was about the average. We read various things on the internet, but that was about the average. How we constructed it: we took a cooler. We used one without a drain. That keeps it from potentially leaking from that drain. We built it up on a stand, and we wanted the end goal is to have the water supply pipe to be about 18 inches off the ground. We used a submersible water pump to circulate the water up through this piping here, and then we used this bird bath heater down in the water. I dropped it down inside this ceramic pot simply because I wasn't sure how hot it would get and I didn't want it to melt the inside of the cooler. This heater itself has a temperature sensor in the heater, so it kicks on when it needs to, when it's too cold, and it automatically shuts off when it warms up as well. So that's pretty handy. We just leave that plugged in all the time. For the supply, we have 1.5 inch PVC piping, 18 inches off the coop floor. Our return for the water is a 3/4 inch PVC water return. The reason we used a larger supply, the 1.5 inch, was to provide a little bit more water pressure. These chicken watering nipples are a low pressure system, but I built one previously with a 3/4 inch supply, and that didn't provide enough weight to really shut the nipples off properly after the chickens had finished drinking. So it would continue to dribble a little bit after the chickens took a drink. So the larger 1.5 inch pipe helps out with that a little bit. We also have guttering that we placed under the supply as well, because we also, as I just mentioned, a lot of times the nipples will continue to drip 1 or 2 drips after they take a drink. Training the chickens to drink, really, the night we installed the water, we took out all their waters, their old waters, out of the coop that evening. So the next morning when they woke up, their natural curiosity really had them pecking at the red watering nipples right away, and we didn't really need to do any training at all. We did leave them in the coop a little bit the next morning just to make sure that they all saw how and where to get the water. The system works nicely, really, using it in both freezing and non-freezing conditions. We don't need to maintain the individual waters anymore. We don't have to scrub them, clean them, deliver water. And we really recommend this design for a clean and easy chicken watering system. It took us about a couple hours to build, not that hard. Most of everything we bought off of eBay, and then the other things we bought either from Walmart or our local hardware store. All in all, it was a pretty easy project, and we thank you for watching our video. Have a great day.